Welcome back, YouTube. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Elon Musk, quote-unquote Tesla sell-off of its Bitcoin, selling roughly around 75% of its holdings. And to just clarify some things here, because I'm seeing a bunch of misleading headlines. It says that Elon sells Bitcoin, or Elon has sold 75% of his Bitcoin. That's a bit misleading. It's been quoted via the Tesla statements, and you can catch this on Twitter, or even the articles. If you find an accurate reporting journalist, you'll see that it was Tesla that sold 75% of its Bitcoin holdings, like in the title right here. Not Elon selling his personal holdings, which we obviously know that he does hold some personally. So now we have to get into, okay, why did this happen? Is there a threat to sell other coins and stuff like that? And he did come out and say that he hasn't sold any of like his Dogecoin and stuff like that. So as of right now, they just liquidated roughly around $1 billion of Bitcoin. And technically you can say that via this article here, they'll say that he kind of like sold it due to like the earnings or just the uncertainty going forward. And that can be a really good catalyst here, because he said, even before we started getting this downtick, I believe it was late last year, maybe around like October and November. And he said he was expecting a recession by mid this year, but no later than next year for certain. And if that is the case, and he's expecting a recession and people to stop buying or to kind of slow down buying like Teslas and stuff like that, or just a general slowdown in the market, this is typical behavior before you have a recession. People typically get cash heavy and try to, accommodate themselves throughout that recession, buy additional assets at discounts and stuff like that, and really just expand. Look what Amazon did today by buying One Medical. Companies like Amazon, they're typically, they become index funds when their market crashes, and they just literally go out and acquire the other businesses and expand, and help solidify their main business. And I don't see this being a stretch for something for Elon that he wanted to do with Tesla. So whether or not this is a threat overall to the coins, or will he sell off his other positions and stuff like that, I doubt it. But at the same time, we have to look at what Tesla is to Elon. And we can't just say, and people are saying, oh, do you still trust Elon? And, oh, I can't believe he sold Bitcoin and stuff like that. Look at what Bitcoin is compared to what Elon is. And think about, if you were Elon Musk, do you sell the company that you've been working on, that is technically your legacy, your company that is in place to produce cash flow and stuff like that? Remind yourself that even Warren Buffett said this, especially if you're going to consider Bitcoin, it's in position to become what? Crypto gold, which means that it's not going to produce cash flow. It's not going to add revenue to your pocket. The only time that you're going to make money is when you sell the coin, if you sell the coin. More than likely, if it's going to be traded or used as a currency, which I don't believe it will because of a lot of other reasons, but you'll have you more than likely you'll be trading in like Satoshis and stuff like that. But for Elon, his cash flow producing asset, cash flow is king, is going to be Tesla. So this is something that we're going to have to keep in mind for Elon, and look at it from that point of view to say, okay, well, if I'm predicting, or if I feel very strongly about this downturn, how do I get cash heavy relatively quickly? And then of course that he went to Bitcoin, and he didn't get rid of all the Bitcoin, which he could have. It was just 75%. So he's keeping 25%. So he's obviously, which is still over, based off of these numbers here, which should still be a little over $200 million right now. So he still has his exposure to Bitcoin along with his other crypto assets. So I think that this is just a lot of people and journalists and stuff being dramatic with what's going on, and also not taking into consideration what the actual coin is to someone like Elon. And at the end of the day, he's free to do what he wants with the actual asset here. But if you have a choice between your vision and your legacy and getting cash heavy, hopefully to expand or strengthen your company, if you believe that you're going to have the opportunity relatively soon, it doesn't make sense to not take that opportunity up. And you have to keep in mind, Bitcoin, even at $100,000 a coin, is not going to be out of price range for Elon. So, and I think that this is a lot of the problem here when people look at these and write these articles and say these things on Twitter. You're saying, oh, he sold the dip. He sold the dip. Bitcoin is going to $250,000. He sold the dip. He's going to miss out. How? Like, Elon can literally swoop in at any time, even if it went back, even if he decides to buy back in like 5 months from now, Bitcoin is not going to be out of price range for Elon. So I think that people are looking at that from their perspective and not taking into consideration the complete picture. But overall, I think that this is a typical business move here to strengthen his company or just get put in a position so that he has options. Nothing wrong with that. And I do not believe he's going to sell any of his other assets right now. And even last year when he did, I think 10%, the normal go-to when he wants to get cash heavy out of crypto is typically Bitcoin. That's typically the ones that he goes to. And I have not seen any or heard of any major announcements that he would sell out of any of his other crypto positions. So this is typical behavior right here. So with that being said, just make sure that when you see articles, especially around Elon and any type of crypto, people are typically going to spin it. So if you can, look for the official report from like Tesla or look to see what Elon actually said on his Twitter account, because people are typically going to put their own spin on it to fit their agenda. So always keep that in mind. Hope you found value in this video, this update. Like the video, share the video, and I will see you in the next one.